Unlike many of the COVID testing sites where you see people on foot wrapped around the edge of buildings, this site here in Brampton, there are long lineups of vehicles from the early morning hours, a sign of serious problems that the province is now trying to overcome. It's just one of the GTA's 28 COVID assessment centers, but the drive-through at South Fletcher Sportsplex in Brampton is a prime example of the demand to get tested. From 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., this location is open, and people are waiting to find out if symptoms are a sign of something worse, and not finding out right away makes it harder.
5-hour wait times, and people have busy lives, and a lot of cases people are turning around because of the wait at the testing center. 5 hours is far too long.
It's not just lines for testing. The queue in labs to get a positive or negative result is lengthy as well. According to the province, on Wednesday, more than 35,000 tests were processed, but here is the alarming number. 37,624 tests remain in backlog. This is the largest backlog the province has had so far, and it's the 7th time the province has exceeded 30,000 tests.
Our fall plan will allow us to ramp up to get to 50,000 tests within the next 2 weeks, and then we will move up from there. But along with that, we're going to be augmenting our lab capacity as well.
Earlier this week, the province hinted at expanding COVID testing by including pharmacies and labs, with the Premier suggesting today that more equipment would soon be distributed. Adding to Brampton's frustration is the need to send tests elsewhere for processing. According to the Mayor, they can only process 150 tests per day locally.
And what's the point of having a test if you're not going to get the test results back in a timely fashion? So this is critical, and it's going to be an important tool. The Premier assured me that we would have his support, the province's support, to process these tests locally at Osler Health, just like they do in Mississauga, just like they do in Toronto. They process their tests locally. And so I'm optimistic that in the next few days we're going to get the official go-ahead. They've given us verbal support for this, but we're waiting for that to be official.
A new pop-up testing center is set to open here in Brampton tomorrow morning at the Greenbrier Recreation Center. It will be open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., a short-term solution until the province can come up with bigger plans.